Just left my grandma's house the other day. When she see me, man, it's like she seen another face. You know, she cooked a little something, so I grabbed a plate. Gave her a kiss, told her I love her, then I'm out the way. Gotta get back to what I'm trying to do. Only words I'm trying to hear is that I'm proud of you.
What up to the Ceopreneurs, man? I hope y'all feeling blessed and highly favored. But right now, we got a reaction video for y'all, man. We about to react to one of these Poetic Flacco videos where he talk about young Dolph and the Yo Gotti trial. Heard there's some trouble going on. Heard there's some miscommunication. Heard there's some flip. Heard there's some people getting let off for the murder. Heard there's some people. Hey, what's going on, man? I don't really know much. So we gonna dial in. I need y'all to dial in, scratch in with me. Like, comment, subscribe if you're new to the channel. But we finna check out this situation right here. You hear me? Let's go.
I just caught up on a young Dolph trial that's currently going on. So the actual shooters and killers of young Dolph, they already went to trial. They was found guilty. Now the mastermind, Hernandez Govain, who's the connection between CMG and the killers, he's currently on trial. Now, during this trial, we see not only is the prosecution pointing to CMG and Yo Gotti's big brother, Big Jook, being the one who paid for the hit, but you also see the defense is pointing a finger at Big Jook, CMG, and they even named Yo Gotti by name. In the opening statement, the prosecution laid out that young Dolph was murdered because of the ongoing feud with Yo Gotti. They will even give the history of young Dolph.
Honestly, I ain't even think the feud was that, I ain't even think it was that serious. I ain't even think it was that serious for him to kill him, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause Gotti be in his own lane, how he portray, you know, and Dolph be in his own lane, you know, with his camp. So I ain't even think it was that serious for you to put a hit out on a nigga, man. He told you to play with your bitch. Why you ain't just go play with your bitch?
CMG's beef, which would also play out later on in this trial when it was brought back by the defense, and they was asking, hold on, bro. If y'all know that Yo Gotti and Big Jook is behind young Dolph's death, then how come my client, who's the quote-unquote middleman, why is he at trial and Yo Gotti and Big Jook not at trial?
Jordan made his own way in the music industry. And he created a label called PRE, Paper Route Empire. Hopkins will tell us about it. He'll tell us that Adolph Thornton made his way in the music industry and created opportunities for other artists. But when you create opportunities for others, some people don't seem to like that.
That's everywhere.
So Hopkins will tell us about another label, CMG, also known as Cocaine Music Group. He'll tell us about the history and the tension between these two labels. He'll tell us that CMG wanted Thornton as their own, but when he decided to pave his own way, when he decided to be self-made, he became CMG's enemy. Hopkins is going to set the stage for how...
That's usually how it go, though, man. Like, a nigga want you to fuck with him, but you already done peep how niggas be moving, how they talk, how they treat their peoples around them. And you don't really want, you don't want to rock with them. It ain't that you don't like them. You just ain't, nah, I'm cool. I do my own thing over here. Boom, I start my own shit. We making our way downtown, walking fast, paces past we on our way. You know what I'm saying? And then we end up at a certain level. And then on people that wanted to fuck with you at first that you turned down, definitely right then and there, when they see you shining, they'll be your enemy. Come on, man. Right then and there, the blink of an eye. Oh, shit. Oh, okay, I see what he on. Man, fuck that nigga.
This story truly began.
I tell you.
And after Hopkins, you'll hear from Cornelia Smith.
Damn.
And this is when it all will click. Smith is a co-defendant. He'll tell you that he met Govan in 2021. They met through Smith's friend, Bobby Carter. And Smith has a couple of nicknames for Govan. He calls him Big Bro or Quet. Govan started out by selling drugs to Smith, pills more specifically. But that's not the only thing that Govan did. Govan chose Smith. And Govan chose him to do a job. Govan also chose Justin Johnson, another co-defendant, to do that same job. A job that ended in the life and death of Adolph Gordon Jr.
Yeah.
He chose two desperate people. Smith, needing money, needing to support his family.
Yep.
Justin Johnson, an aspiring and up-and-coming rap artist that wanted to be on CMG's label. The very label that Govan had access to and was affiliated with.
Yep. And Govan is that Gotti brother?
About a meeting at Govan's house. The people present at that meeting were Smith, Govan, Justin Johnson, and Anthony Mims, also known as Big Jook. Now, Jook is the number 2 person at the CMG label.
Yeah, of course.
Smith will tell you that Govan said that there was a bounty on Adolph Thornton's life. In fact, there were multiple bounties on PRE artists.
The interesting part about this is they kept saying,
so it wasn't just Dolph. They wanted to get whoever they could get. And if they didn't get Dolph, they'd have got one of his mans to send a message. That's how niggas move.
CMG. When Big Jook was the one they identified, because Big Jook was the president of CMG, Yo Gotti is the label owner. But Big Jook was the one that they identified being present at the meeting with Hernandez Govan, Big Jook, and Cornelius Smith. And according to Cornelius Smith, Big Jook is the one who told him, yo, we got a bag on any and all PRE members. We got $100K on Young Dolph. According to Cornelius.
It's funny that they keep saying Cornelius. Because my first name, Cornelius.
Govan never really said too much during that meeting. But Govan was the one who would follow up, who would check up, right? Who would let them know, hey, man, yo, we got Dolph in town. Hey, your PRE coming in town. But if Big Jook was the one behind this, why wasn't he charged 2 years afterwards? Why did he have to die for y'all to go to court and say, yeah, he's the one responsible? And then why not just say Big Jook? Why say CMG? Why include Yo Gotti into this? Now, the prosecution, the defense, their opening statement to me was more telling. To me was more damaging for Yo Gotti and CMG. Because the defense for the middleman, Hernandez Govan, I'm expecting for them to do an opening statement not including Yo Gotti at all, not including Big Jook at all.
Nah, they included everybody.
The defense to essentially target the credibility of Cornelius Smith because Hernandez Govan so far hasn't snitched yet. He hasn't cooperated yet.
Right.
Now, according to Cornelius Smith, the snitch in this case, they apparently thought that Hernandez Govan was snitching from the get-go.
Right.
Which is why Cornelius Smith began to cooperate.
Told you to take your phones out and then walk you through how much everybody's worth.
Oh, they telling on me? Oh, yeah. Well, look, let me tell you this.
Let's be honest with you, because they were saying that Mr. Govan was like one straight or nothing like that, was like informing and stuff like that, and you know they were saying he was police, so okay. Yeah, well, all the phones gotta go outside, you know, when you talk about it.
So let me back this up. You were told at the meeting that Mr. Govan could be police.
Nah, Bobby been told me that.
Bobby told you.
In the streets, you know, people in the neighborhoods were saying that, you know, he had got him popped and he had got him sent to jail and he was setting him up and stuff like that.
So let's maybe go back to scratch. You just met this guy for a short period of time over the summer. Bobby's already told you he's a snitch, maybe works for the feds.
But you can't tell me nothing about no guy like that. If he ain't did nothing wrong, he ain't did no police stuff, he ain't police me, so I don't just take the streets say it better anybody, you know what I'm saying? They
Your
probably
friend-
say it better than me right now.
Your friend Bobby Carter told you that. Your friend.
An associate.
Okay.
I don't have friends, I have associates.
Right. Your associate told you that this man that you just met is a federal snitch. You can't trust him, right?
Yeah, but people say they better anybody, man. You know what I'm saying? So, no, you ain't
He talking about people say that about anybody. Now they do. They do. But if a nigga tell me that about a nigga, I'm still not gonna fuck with him. Cause what's going on? Why is they even saying this about you? You know what I'm saying? If somebody say something about you, why is they saying it about you? That's the question I always.
police stuff me. Like, hey, I
talking about he ain't do nothing to me?
You know what I'm saying? Alright, you cool. You did. So those streets
Is
talk
you
like
cool,
that,
motherfucker?
associates or whatever. Cause he probably seen how me and him was getting, and he ain't like this, so he closed it. Like, you know, he police. You know what I'm saying? So I don't listen to what people say.
All right. So let me just ask.
It's just like proving guilty and guilty to prove innocent. You know what I'm saying?
Which also plays a hand into the defense.
Did he say that backwards? Hold on. Did he say that backwards? It's innocent until proven guilty, right? But if he said it that way, he probably meant it that way. But I mean, I don't think that's how that go, Playboy. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's how that go. But whatever.
Which they thought Hernandez Govan was the police. They thought he was somebody who was cooperating. They was very suspicious of him from the very beginning. So, like, why would they give Hernandez Govan $100,000? Why would they play into his hand? Like, why would they make him the mastermind of everything? So the prosecution points at Big Jook and Yo Gotti and says they were the mastermind. They had the $100,000. Govan was just an easy target for the defense attorney, well, for the prosecution, and he was just an easy target
To
for
blame.
these lazy detectives.
Yeah.
Right? The detectives didn't want to do the work and the job to go after Yo Gotti
Right.
and Big Jook.
Right.
Now, the crazy thing about this, if Hernandez Govan ain't snitching or not,
And that's, hold on, I'm done pausing it, but that's probably why Gotti be making all these videos and taking all these pictures in different countries and continents and shit. That bitch running.
cooperating, then him going after CMG or Yo Gotti in his opening statement, to me is kind of like that's shocking to me. Because as far as I'm concerned, Cornelius Smith is the only rat. But if your lawyer is pointing fingers at other people during the opening statement, is that considered snitching as well? I don't know.
So the state just told you to your face that Mr. Govan picked out two desperate people. Cornelius Smith, if you are to believe him, says in his statement, I just happened to be going by Quet's house, Govan's house, to buy some ecstasy pills with my girlfriend. Joke happened to be there. He doesn't say Quet said a word. Joke says there's a hate on everybody, and I got you. And Joke says, take the phones outside while I talk to you. Assuming you believe any of that's true. And the reason I ask you if you think any of that's true is the police never went to question Joke, a.k.a. Anthony Mims, or Yo Gotti, or any of the people with CMG. Never once even tried to do an interview. So this
Why
is
I believe that?
Joke said do it. Quet didn't say anything. Quet lives in the poorest part of Memphis in Orange Mound, sells a few ecstasy pills to make a living, and hustles with some sports gambling. He's a nobody, and that's why I asked you about the peers. He's a throwaway that they can blame. Why did they not talk to Joke or anybody else with CMG? Ever. Now, Joke ended up getting killed in 2024, 2.5 years after the fact. Never arrested, never talked to, never interviewed, never pursued, never surveilled, nothing. The judge also told you, when you assess credibility, you need to look at how well you remember this thing. Cornelius Smith cannot even tell you when he was propositioned to go kill somebody. The shooting happened in November 17, 2021, and the best the police can say is that the meeting, where just randomly happened, as Cornelius himself has said, was sometime between August and September, 3 months prior to the shooting taking place. 3 months. He will tell you there's no plan. All he was told by Jerk was there's a price on their heads. And that's kind of funny because when the cops, if they testify honestly, will tell you there have been multiple attempts on Mr. Dolph's life. Twice in Charlotte by other folks and once in Los Angeles. Everybody in Memphis knew there was a price on their heads because there was a war between PRE and CMG that were shooting each other. Yo Gotti's car was shot up here. The song 100 Shots came up after one of these things. There's a rivalry going on and people have been shooting. The police went through this. They know this.
100 shots. 100 shots. How the fuck you miss a whole 100?
Their slideshow. You know what they call their investigation? Operation Cookie Monster. That's how tasteful this whole thing has gotten with these folks. I'm sorry, my arms are shaking because I'm so furious that we're here as far as the trial goes. So the other thing the government hasn't told you when we talk about first impressions is, for weeks prior to the November 17, 2021 shooting, nobody called Govan, talked to him, did anything, be it Justin Johnson or Cornelius Smith.
So did he?
What Cornelius will tell you, which
did he get off? Because
that morning, it was Cornelius's daughter's birthday. But
did he get off because they was blaming him? And then he got found not guilty.
They get in the car and they start driving around, just looking for somebody to kill. They just happened to see young Dolph's car going by, and they opened fire, and they killed him. And the interesting thing is, even though nobody communicated with Govan for weeks prior to this, they didn't talk to him that morning. He didn't help him get the car. He didn't help him escape. He didn't tell him what to do. He didn't tell him where to go. He didn't do anything. It was a spontaneous issue between two young men that morning. They shot him. And you know why there's no plan? Because they just start calling random people after the shooting. They don't call Govan. They have to go someplace to get bandaged up as far as that goes. The people that help them never been charged as accessories to anything. They then get rid of whatever they need to get rid of. They left the car across the street from Govan's house on the middle of the street, in front of the street. And just because he's a nobody and doesn't have money, like Gotti or Joke, his brother, who was never even questioned or charged, he's the phone guy of all this stuff. Yeah. He didn't do anything. Even if you believe Cornelius, all he says is, I just happened to show up there, and he said, hey, it's a little seat. Joke took over and started doing all the talking. Do you think that man could pay somebody $100,000 and you'd say, yeah, he's good for it. I don't need any validation. He's good for it.
You could tell this a paid lawyer because he kind of cooking. I'll be real.
He was. Hey, he cooking like a. He cooking like a motherfucker.
You do have a point in terms of like reasonable doubt. You are creating reasonable doubt when he says straight drop and Cornelius ain't speak to Hernandez Govan for weeks. That after that meeting with Big Jook, it was kind of understood there was a bag on Young Dolph's head. The lawyer saying, wait, pause. Like, they didn't need that meeting to know there was a bag on like Young Dolph's head. Bro, Young Dolph has had multiple attempts on his life. The bag been on Young Dolph's head. And he would also say, yo, how is Hernandez Govan being charged with like being a reason why like Young Dolph is dead, or him telling him to go kill Young Dolph, when they ain't speak to Hernandez Govan for weeks.
Right.
For weeks prior to the murder. Right? The morning of the murder, when they hopped in the vehicle to go look for Young Dolph because they knew a lot of PRE was in town for a turkey giveaway. They ain't like call Hernandez Govan to get permission. No. They went ahead and killed Young Dolph.
Yeah.
And afterwards, they ain't called
on their own accord.
They went ahead and parked the car in the middle of the street in front of Hernandez Govan's house, which is, yo, if I'm Govan, I'm kind of like, hold on, bro. Like, what y'all doing here, bro? Like, hold on. Yeah, like, we ain't talk. Yeah. Now, Cornelius, though, now this is where it
and who was they calling when they got done?
There's two things here. It could be accessory after the fact, or you could also be charged with first-degree murder for engaging in the plot.
Right.
Because Cornelius would testify that Hernandez Govan met up with him after the fact and let him know that, hey, he's about to go grab the $100,000. But Cornelius only got $800 total for murdering Young Dolph. Hernandez Govain never came with the bag for him.
Yes.
What? Is you crazy? $800? Oh man, you just risked your life for nothing. See how niggas get tricked out the streets?
Yes, ma'am.
Just like that.
December the 8th, 2021. I was going to give me some pills, going one way, and he was coming up another way. And he looked through the mirror, his windshield, and blew the horn. And I pulled over, he pulled over, and he got out the car. He was like, thank God. He was telling me that he been getting shot at and stuff. And he asked me, have I spoke to Mr. Justin Johnson? Because they had ran in Justin Johnson's house the night before, whatever. He showed me some things on his phone. And he was asking me, did I have a number he could get in touch with me on? He told me I need to get rid of my phone. I need to get rid of that phone, is all he was saying. And he was like, he was going to go to prepay that night and get my money. And he was going to call me. He asked me for a number. And he was going to call me.
Did he ever call?
Now the U.S. Marshal was on me the next day. I was in jail.
We didn't have a chance.
Nope.
I'm going to tell you this. I don't think Hernandez Govain is going down alone, bro.
Hey, he said that like he was.
Govain is setting up
Man,
his
I was
arguments
in jail. I couldn't even get the money,
he's just a little
man.
guy. He's just a poor guy. He's being framed. Yo Gotti and Big Jug, they got the bag. You think he can afford $100,000? It don't look like Hernandez Govain is going down alone, bro. It looks like Hernandez Govain. I'll be real with you. It looks like Hernandez Govain, man. If he gets found guilty here, man, shit,
He telling everything.
Gotti is over with, my boy.
He's telling
If Hernandez
everything.
Govain gets found guilty, man, bro, he turning. He working.
Yeah, bro, he telling everything, man, and that was crazy, man. You know, now that I'm scratched in a little bit on what's going on, you know, I kind of already knew, you know, like the outside of it, the gist of it, you know. But now that I kind of know what's going on with the whole case and shit, like they really on trial and everything for this shit. Like R.I.P. Young Dolph, man. One of the ones I was looking at, you know what I'm saying, because I liked the way he moved, you know. And then same with Nipsey Hussle, man. Dudes like them, man, it'd be crazy to me how niggas can just take them away, you know what I'm saying? Because there's just so much inspiration when you see people, you know what I'm saying? Inspiration from Dolph, like him working, him turning down deals, him putting the team on, him, you know, taking care of the family, his son, you know, his son be popping out every now and then, you know. That's just what that's about, you know. And same with Nipsey, you know, family, money, business, you know, and putting people on game and inspiring people around the world, you know. Well, that's what I hope to do one day, you know, just inspire people, you know, especially my siblings and, you know, family members and things like that, you know. We gonna go all the way to the top with this shit. And I'm telling you, I'm not stopping. We going straight to the motherfucking top. But I appreciate y'all rocking with me and Poetic Flacco, the Young Dolph and Gotti trial. Hey, it was good, but we still going to be tapped in, scratched in to what's going on. Like, comment, subscribe if you're new to the page. But I'm scratching.